Welcome back to the game room, guys. It's another pickups video, except this time I'm going to go through all the games like I normally do, and then at the end I'm going to kind of give you a summary of how much I've spent, rather than just sort of being generic and sort of saying, well, you know, I've gone a bit overboard this month, this week, whatever. I thought I'd go do a bit of a summarisation at the end to give you an idea on how much stuff has cost, so that you can see how much I've spent over the last sort of... This is a sort of, again, a few months worth. It's been sort of March all the way up to May, if you like. So let's kick it off with the Solitary Super Famicom pickup. Picked up Human Grand Prix 4. This game, I mean, I picked up one of the earlier Human Grand Prix that you would have seen in a previous pickups video and didn't like it, but thought I'd check out another one later into the series to see if they'd improved it. I haven't played this yet, but yeah, it's car only. It's in decent condition. I will fire this up on the old Super Famicom and give this a go at some point. Sony PlayStation next, and I've picked up Actua Soccer 2. This is a classic, an absolute classic. It's brilliant. I mean, even though, of course, football games today are much more realistic and, you know, everything's come on leaps and bounds since this sort of game, I still think this game's fun. It's still great to jump on this with the PlayStation, fire it up and give it a go. It's sort of an arcadey football game that was really, really popular towards the end of the 90s from Gremlin Graphics, who unfortunately no longer make games, which is a shame. Got Test Drive 6, because I remember some of the Test Drive games on the PlayStation were actually pretty good. This one's not too bad. I remember this one from back in the day. It's just a fun arcadey racing game. So yeah, Test Drive 6, guys. And Moto Racer 2, which is a combination of different types of motorbike racing. Quite like this game. It's fun, it's arcadey, it's fast. It's got motocross and sort of MotoGP style bikes, so sports bikes, that kind of thing. It's good fun. I like the third one as well. I've got the third one on PC, which has got the Trials mode, which I really, really like. I really love the Trials mode. So yeah, Motor Racer 2. And Solitary Amiga pickup for the Amiga 1200 in my case. It's Manchester United the double, and I know I'm going to get loads of stick and probably comments saying, well, here we go, typical southerner that supports Manchester United, why don't you support a local team, all this kind of guff. Yeah, okay, guys. I've heard that a million times before. I've been a Manchester United fan for a long time, even before we started becoming successful under Sir Alex Ferguson, so that glory hunter / whatever people want to label you as these days doesn't apply to me at all. And in fact, I remember this game when it first came out. This is from, I think, 94 or 95, judging from Andrei Kanchelskis on the front there. This is the Amiga version of Manchester United the double. I actually played this on the PC back in the day. I actually had it on the PC. It's, yeah, it was better on the PC, let's put it that way. The gameplay was smoother. It was very simplistic, which, you know, was typical of football games at that time. They were quite simplistic and quite straightforward, as was this one. Yeah, the Amiga version seems to suffer with a bit of frame rate issues, really, I would say. The frame rate's a bit choppy. It's not the best. So, yeah, Manchester United the double, guys. Couple of Dreamcast games. Virtua Tennis 2. This is a classic. Really like this game. It's fun. I've got the original as well on Sega Dreamcast. So, yeah, had to add this to the collection because it's brilliant. So, it's a straightforward, fun, arcadey tennis game for the Sega Dreamcast. And also Super Runabout. I don't know if any of you guys remember a PlayStation game called Felony 1179. It's, I think it might be its American or Japanese title was actually called Runabout. And this is a sequel. This is Super Runabout on the Sega Dreamcast. It's Super Runabout, the San Francisco edition. Not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. For the Sega Saturn, I've picked up a few more games. I've picked up Worldwide Soccer 98. I was a fan of Worldwide Soccer back in the day. Again, another arcadey, simplistic football game. It's not really too technical. And this one has got club teams in it, as opposed to the first one, which I believe was international only. So Worldwide Soccer 98 for the Saturn. Formula Kart Special Edition. I seem to remember playing something very similar to this as my cat runs into the shop. Seem to remember playing something very similar to this on the PC back in the day. So here's Formula Karts. This game is it's not bad. Kart racing game on the Sega Saturn. International Victory Goal. Literally just picked this up because some of the old school football games and more obscure football games I quite like playing and checking out to see if they're any good. Haven't played this game yet. This is one that I might get Mike in and we'll do some video on this one and do a Dave and Mike reviews on it. See if we think it's any good or if it's crap. So, yeah, look out for that one, guys. And then we've got SimCity 2000, and the price obviously on there is going to give it away. And there you can see the population screen at the bottom there. And yeah, I mean, SimCity 2000 speaks for itself, really. Again, I played the PC version of this back in the day. Preferred the PC version, but saw it for the Saturn, so I thought, you know, why not? Let's boost my Saturn collection a bit and pick up a game that I quite like for it. So there's SimCity 2000, guys. And lastly, I've picked up some NES games. A few NES classics, actually. One of them is giving away its price already, but I'm going to put that to one side and we'll deal with that in a minute because there's another thing that I need to mention about that particular game. So I've got International Track and Field 2 because the track and field games on the NES were always pretty good fun. They're simplistic button mashing games. So I've got the second one. This cartridge, even though I've cleaned it, is a little bit problematic. It sometimes throws a grey screen on my NES when I try and fire it up. So yeah, I might have to do something with this a bit more and see if I can get that working a bit more consistently. And Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, I'm going to make a statement here, guys. If you owned an NES and for some reason did not like Super Mario Bros. 3, then I'd have to ask, what was wrong with you? This, for me, is one of, if not the best, platforming games of all time. It's stunning. It's an amazing game. So, Super Mario Bros. 3, I can't really say too much more about it because most of you who watch my videos have probably played this a million times and loved it, either on the NES or on the Super NES as part of the Super Mario All-Stars collection. So there is Super Mario Bros. 3. Yeah, okay, time to sort of put you out of your misery and the suspense. Here we go. And it is Mega Man 2 on the NES. Wow. Managed to pick this up yesterday as well from a game shop in Weston-super-Mare. Most of these games actually, incidentally, came from either a shop called MT Games or they came from another shop that my good friend Rob recommended to me called New to You Games UK. This one came from New to You Games UK, actually. So yeah, it's Mega Man 2. Notice where my thumb is, it says B. Now, this causes a problem. If, like me, you've got a normal English NES, then our system can only play PAL A games unless you modify it like I've done with mine this morning. I've actually disabled the lockout chip that stops you from playing games from other regions and unlicensed games and all that kind of stuff. So this one has got B on it, so I couldn't play this at all yesterday. This morning I've sort of disabled my 10NES security chip so I can now play this. So yeah, Mega Man 2 speaks for itself. It's one of Mike's favourite games. It's a game that I really enjoyed playing when I found out about it as a kid. So I've got that in my NES collection, guys, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So how much did I spend? Well, Human Grand Prix cost me a £5, Actua Soccer 2 cost me £1, Test Drive 6 cost me £3, Motor Racer 2 cost me £2, Manchester United the Double was a whopping tenner, so £10, Virtua Tennis 2 was £5, Super Runabout was £6, Sega Worldwide Soccer 98 set me back just £3, Formula Karts was £4, International Victory Goal was £2, SimCity 2000 was £9 on the Saturn, Track and Field 2 was £6, Super Mario Bros. 3 was £10, and the biggest one of them all, the big spend, was Mega Man 2 that cost me £35. So my grand total of my spend was... So my final total was £101. Not too much, but still a fair amount. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave comments below, like and subscribe.